Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. As you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be another declutter video. You guys absolutely loved my last one, and I have a lot more to declutter out of my collection, so I thought why not do another one today. If you did watch my other one, you do know that I'm trying to declutter my whole collection here. I have a ton of makeup, and I've been collecting makeup for a really long time now, and I just felt like, you know, since I'm at home now and I'm spending a lot of time in my room, I just feel like kind of decluttering, cleaning everything out, and really just redoing everything. So I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff, mainly that I'm not using or I've had for a really long time. So it's just time that I just clean out my collection. So today we're going to be tackling eyeshadows and eyeshadow palettes. This is going to be a interesting video because I have a lot of palettes, and that's like the one thing that I don't usually declutter as often. You know, I'll go through like my foundations or concealers or liquid products very often. Eyeshadows and pressed products do last longer, and with palettes I feel like there's more memories or sentimental value to them, just because as a makeup hoarder I do get attached to my makeup. It happens. But today's the day we're gonna go through it. So if you want to see me declutter all my eyeshadows and eyeshadow palettes and get rid of hopefully about 50% of the stuff I have, just keep on watching. Alright, I'm moving you guys to the side so we can actually go through this. So here is the first drawer. Just gonna move that down a little bit, and I'm just going to jump right in. And of course I have my bin. It's still kind of full from last time, but we're just gonna keep filling it up. So I have this Wet n Wild color icon palette in the shade Rose in the Air. I really do like this, so I'm going to keep that. I have this In the Mood Natural Nudes palette, which is a great palette. This is like the a dupe for the Naked Mini, but I just don't use this, guys. I have other palettes that I use, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I have this L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted palette, which I actually do really like this in the summer, so I'm gonna keep that. I have this Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette, and I don't know what to do about this because I know they remade and everything, but it's more like just one of those, you know, collector's items, just because it was a big deal, so I'm going to think about that one. I have this one from Mary Kay, which I never used, to be honest with you, mainly because there's like these cream lipsticks in here, and I just don't use them, so I'm going to get rid of that, and I've only used it like twice. I have this Smoky Eyes eyeshadow palette from Hard Candy. Again, this was actually the first palette I reviewed. I never actually posted the video, just because I didn't like how it turned out, but it was the first palette I reviewed, but I think it's time just to get rid of it. This is the Hard Candy Natural Top 10 Eyeshadow Collection, Naturally Gorgeous. This was actually my first ever like eyeshadow palette that I bought like for myself. So that was a really special moment, but honestly this is one of the worst palettes out there, but I did love it back then, so but I'm gonna get rid of it. We have this Mary Kay one again. Really great quality eyeshadows in this palette. I just don't use it. It's just 3 shadows and it takes up a lot of space, and I feel like someone else could get some use out of this because I've only used it like twice. We're doing good. This is good. I have this Wet n Wild Mad for Matte Smoky palette. I'm going to keep this because it's great. I have the original Mad for Matte, which I also love. A lot of e.l.f. to go through. This Everyday Smokies palette from e.l.f. I honestly just don't use. It's not really colors I go towards, so gonna get rid of it. I have the Prism palette. Some great shimmers in here, to be honest with you. I'm gonna hold on to that. I have the Mad for Matte 2, which is honestly probably their best one, so I'm gonna keep that. And then the Smoky Prism palette, which I just don't use this, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I have this Annabelle palette, which again, one of the first palettes I got for myself, and I love this, guys. It was like my everyday palette, and you can definitely tell I used it a lot, but I just don't use it anymore. I have this Essence All About Sunrise palette. Again, I love this stuff. It was so beautiful, so metallic, and honestly there's some really great eyeshadows in here. Like this quality, look at this, like come on, that is just amazing quality. But I've had this for a really long time, although I love this palette. I've had it for a really long time, and it is broken too, but it's just really old, so it's time to get rid of it. I have this Huda palette, which I'm going to keep. I have this Maybelline Mini Cities palette, which I think I'm going to keep that as well. This Wet n Wild Art in the Streets palette. I'm also going to keep this just because when I like to do colorful looks and I'm traveling or something and I don't like to take my big palettes, I will take this. I have this Fantasy Makers glitters from Wet n Wild. These are not good at all. Definitely not even comparable to their singles. Their single glitters are really good. These are not, so I'm going to get rid. I have this Walking on Eggshells palette, which is honestly an amazing palette. Really great shades in here, really great quality, but I just don't use it. I don't really use these small palettes, and someone else could definitely get some use out of this. I have these Lancome palettes, which I mostly just kept because they were Lancome, but I honestly don't like them very much, to be completely honest with you. These shade, like the quality of these is just not there, so gonna get rid of them. I have more palettes to go through for this drawer, and then we'll move on to the next. So I have my Milani palettes. I have this one. This is the Earthy Elements palette. This is amazing. I love the warm tone shades in here. Definitely keeping that. I have the Bare Essentials palette, which is also a really great one. And the Smoky palette, and this one I'm going to keep since I got rid of my other Smoky palette, and I love the blues in here. Alright, I have this Studio Makeup On The Go eyeshadow palette. This is actually a great palette, and I do like this palette when I do want to do like cool tone looks. I do love the shades in here. I have this Laura Lee Party Animal, and although the shades in here were kind of hard to work with, I'm going to keep it mostly for these two, like these three shades right here, because they are super electric. And then I have Milani Most Loved Mattes and Bold Obsession palettes. These are like two of my favorites. Favorite palettes, so we're definitely keeping these. Alright guys, so before I had like two like really packed stacks in here, but now my e.l.f. palettes are all laying down, and these ones in the front are a lot, like they have a lot more room, and this is like just a few palettes in here, so that's awesome. Moving on to the next drawer, this will definitely be a journey. Alright, let's just get right on into this. So I have this Wet n Wild Studio Eyeshadow Palette. Great quality shadows. I really like this. I just don't use it enough because I have so many neutral palettes that I don't need a million of them. I have this Wet n Wild Au Naturel palette, which this is awesome. This is definitely a dupe for the Naked palette. Again, and I do really like this. I am going to keep it. I have this Rimmel palette, which is also, as you can see, the shade resemblance in here is impeccable. Really great palette. I loved this when it came out. I'm just not using it as much, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I have the Bad Habit Inferno palette, which I love this. It's amazing. I have the Urban Decay Naked palette, which mine is really beat up. I don't use this anymore, but I'm going to keep it around because this is like the first high-end product I ever bought for myself, so kind of like memory. I'm going to keep this Aurora palette just because it's amazing. I'm going to get rid of this Buffs Collection palette. I never use this from Pure. It is a dupe for the Naked 3, but I just don't use it. Alright, now we have the Retro Love palette. I do want to keep this around, even though I do have the Anastasia version of this. I just want to keep this one as well. Then we have the Subculture, of course, keeping that. I love my Anastasia palettes. I have this Makeup Revolution palette, which is an amazing palette. I love the shimmers in this. I'm just never using it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I have my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, which again, this is more like monumental. I don't really use this anymore, but just a memory really. I have my Too Faced The Peach palette, which again, I love the packaging and everything. I can't get rid of it. I have the Gingerbread palette, which is honestly one of the best palettes I've ever used. I take this a lot traveling with me. As you can see, it's pretty beat up, so I'm going to keep that, of course. I have the Revolution Volume 2 palette, which this is obviously a dupe for the Naked 2. Again, I just don't use this, so I'm going to get rid of it. I have this Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow palette, which is a great palette, don't get me wrong. I am not really into these cool tone shades. Beautiful packaging and great quality. but I feel like someone else can get some use out of this. I've only used it once. I have my Bad Habit Aphrodite palette and my Bad Habit Athena palette. Definitely keeping these. Great quality shadows, great colors. I have my Morphe X Kathleen Lights palette. Guys, this is like the best palette. I used this so much when it came out, and I just love Kathleen Lights so much that I cannot get rid of this. And then I have this Crown Pro palette. Great colors in here, actually. Really great for the summer too. I think I'm going to keep this around for a little bit more, and if I don't see myself using it, I'm going to get rid of it. Alright, in the back here, I have all these dollar store palettes. I used to do a series here on my channel called Dollar Store Finds. I feel like I should bring that back. I mean, not right now because all the stores are kind of closed, but when the stores reopen, maybe I should bring this back. It's basically a series where I tried out a bunch of dollar store products, and let me tell you, these palettes were actually amazing. A few bucks from the dollar store and you got some great quality, but I just don't use them. I have so many palettes, and you know, you do have great shades in here and stuff. I'm just not using them since I keep them in the back, so I'm gonna get rid of them. I have these hard candy palettes. This one right here, which, let me see. These shimmers are just a little crumbly for my liking. And this palette is really similar to my Aphrodite palette, which are both dupes for the Huda, obviously. But I'm just not using it, and I have this one, so I'm gonna get rid of this hard candy one. And then this one as well. This is a all matte palette. Great, amazing palette. I loved this when it first came out. Like really great quality eyeshadows and everything. Great matte palette. I'm just, again, not really using it, so gonna get rid of it. Yay, that's so good. I love that. Yay. Alright, so now up here we just have some more palettes that I'm just going to go through quickly. Norvina palette, definitely keeping. I have these two from Full Color, which I'm definitely going to keep. They're amazing. This one right here, Morphe, I'm going to keep. Xoxo Scents, I'm not going to keep. I never use this thing. Great colors and everything, but I just like the quality of my BH Cosmetics Back to Brazil and Morphe palette better. And then I'm going to keep these Milani Gilded Desires palettes. I love these. And then also, whoa, no! Also, whoa, no! Guys, it's all good. It's safe. Nothing's broken. Oh, that scared me. But I'm obviously going to keep this palette from Anastasia and the Norvina one also. And then coming over here, I have my Modern Renaissance and Soft Glam. Definitely keeping those. Lorac, Alamar, Sonia Kashuk, and Gilded Desires from Milani, so not getting rid of any of those. We'll say I think we did pretty good. I got rid of a lot of palettes today, so I'm really happy about that. I just feel like now I'll start using more of my palettes and not just sticking to the same ones each day, so yeah. Alright guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this declutter video. I know I had a lot of fun doing it, and I love going through my collection and decluttering it. It just feels so freeing to let go of stuff, and I mean, we definitely did really good. This is a combination of my past two declutters, but we obviously got rid of a lot of stuff, so I'm really happy about that. If you guys want to see more declutter videos here on my channel, just let me know down below in the comments, as well as any other videos you guys want to see. But other than that, please subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to turn on my post notification bell so you get notified every single time I upload a new video. And yeah guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!